The version you know ends with a kiss. The first full version, printed in Naples in 1634, does its worst while she is still asleep. 3 versions stack beneath the film: the Grimm's Gentle Briar Rose, Perrault's forgotten second act, and Basile's original, which is not gentle at all. You know the shape: a curse, a spindle, a century of sleep, a kiss. That is the Grimm's Briar Rose of 1812, the last and mildest of the 3. Work backwards through the layers and each is darker than the one above it. The Grimms end at the wedding. Perrault does not. And Basile begins where the others fear to. Perrault's 1697 version keeps the wedding, then keeps going. The prince's mother is of ogress stock, and when he rides to war, she orders the grandchildren cooked. Her instruction to the cook even names a real French sauce. The steward hides the children and serves lamb and kid in their place. Twice. Exposed at last, the ogress readies a vat of vipers and toads for the whole household, and, cornered, hurls herself in. That is Perrault's ending. Now the oldest full-telling, Giambattista Basile's son, Moon, and Talia, published in Naples after his death. A warning up front is only fair, it is grim. Talia, a lord's daughter, takes a sliver of flax beneath her fingernail and drops into a sleep indistinguishable from death. Her father cannot bear to bury her. A king out hawking finds the silent house, and the sleeping girl inside. What Basile records next is assault: she is unconscious, and cannot consent. The 1634 text dresses it as a lover's impulse. Modern readers should not. Naming it accurately is not anachronism, it is honesty about the source. The king rides home to his wife and forgets the house entirely. Talia, still asleep, bears twins, named Sun and Moon. Fairies tend the cradle. She wakes not to a kiss but to her own children, one of whom, seeking the breast, has drawn the splinter from her finger. She is a mother before she is conscious. In time the king remembers his hunting trip, and returns. Talia, given no say in any of it, accepts her position. Basile's world offers her no other. And here enters the villain everyone forgets, not a fairy, not a mother-in-law, the king's actual wife, discovering an actual secret family. She summons the twins in the king's name, and orders the cook to serve them to their own father. The cook, the quiet hero again, hides them and serves goat. Then she calls for Talia to be burned. The king arrives in time, the queen is sent into her own fire, the cook is rewarded with a title. And Basile signs off with a proverb so immoral it stings worse than the plot. Luck, he shrugs, comes to some people even in their sleep. Now the record-keeping, because the internet loves to staple the worst detail of this story to the wrong century and the wrong book. The Grimms, hearing a Perrault-shaped version from Marie Hassenpflug, kept only Act 1, curse, sleep, kiss, wedding, done. That is the version you were told. So the bedtime classic is an abridgment of a story whose central wrong nobody in 1634 thought worth naming. Why flax and spindles? Because every listener's house had them. The curse turns a daily chore deadly, fairy tale physics built from household risk. Even the 100 Years of Sleep has a pedigree, older legends of sleepers under hills, kings, and saints who wake when the world needs them. The names tell you the layers: Basile's Talia. Perrault's princess, unnamed, though her daughter is Aurora. The Grimm's Briar Rose. The film borrowed from every shelf. The thorn hedge is the tale's most honest image, a barrier that kills the unready. The Grimms leave earlier princes hanging in it. Even the gentle version, read closely, is a graveyard, a hedge of princes who came a year too early. Timing breaks this curse. Not love. Why does it survive every rewrite? Because under the plot it is about the thing every generation fears politely, time passing while you are not looking. For 100 years of tellers kept what they could bear and cut the rest. What Basile printed, Perrault trimmed. What Perrault kept, the Grimms cut again. 5 tales into this series, the pattern holds, the versions get darker as you dig, and every edit tells you exactly who was listening. Next, Pinocchio, the 1881 serial in which the puppet kills the cricket with a hammer, and the intended ending is a hanging. Subscribe for the versions underneath.